rise up in honor at this point. Boom, they have managed to get that wave.
Oh, yes, Destructor to lose. He's going to lock down
3,000 gold and another neutral objective into the hands. Alpha Gaming, they are looking like the number one.
They lose the Crimson Golem over to Saber. This is a little bit of a fatal error, a bit of a checkmate. But can they turn it around here? Boom Esports do land a big unbridled outburst, but it's going to be Siang into the back line. JD getting the kill onto Carl. Can they get any more here? The knock from Midgie. It may be a bit of a stopping force, but it may not be. The inevitable here that is JD on this channel.
Yep, it is not the wolf that are hunting, it is the tiger that is hunting. Yulong brings the potential game end here as APG open up the base.
It's down to the carry of the last series that Boom Esports plays. Midgie is here, but he does have the help of Tatsuri. Can they use the couple blades to run the minions down? But the Destructive Deluge is trying to zone out Tatsuri into the back line. Is Siang forcing him back into the base, and APG take game number one.
This is a scary potential here. 10,000 gold lead as the Chris.
Getting the takedown onto the Overlord here, so they're not going to give over the 100% of that early part of the game, but the board has been committed here by board master Yixing, and now into the back line is going to be the finishing strokes here from Tatsuri.
Yep, this is what we were talking about. When you use an unending sorrow early, you're putting yourself at risk, and Tatsuri, what a lovely timing.
And flash lane here, so realistically, Midgie is not going to be having a fun time now. He has lost his basically safety net here, but a 3v1 fight onto Yulong is going to be the finishing stroke once again, and he finds himself in the graveyard. Around about that 400 gold difference, which at the front of the game is not going to be huge, but the takedown of the draw is going to be massive here for the side of APG. Carl just taking a lot of that damage. Back line of APG looking pretty low. The Storm Strike doesn't connect onto Carl. He's able to get out for now.
It was close, and now here comes the response. APG Yulong looking for the Crimson.
Oh, he was looking for it, but it's not going to go over to him.
It's going to go over the entire game.
Rebounding, but also creating the pressure for this next neutral objective, right? Obviously, the Tyrant is now up. They have the pressure down to the bot side of the map. Do we start to see BG go in for it? But there it is, into the back line. It's going to be the takedown onto Shishan. Tatsuri is having a field day, but it has been cut short. The holiday has been taken away from Boom. But now onto him is going to be Midgie trying to get the takedown onto Siang. Siang is now in that board, trying to connect onto 4, but can they get a little bit more? Boom, looking to take the second Tyrant. Looking to take some more. Yulong down. Siang down. Saber down. The crowd goes wild.
Boom, this is exactly what they need to do. They get the T1.
He had a bit of hair time. That could have been deadly.
Yep, Yulong is going to oblige. APG feel like they can take this as well. Board's going to be set down.
The board has been placed down here as well. Obviously, we do see Tatsuri using that finishing stroke, but now it's going to be Carl getting the Overlord as well. But look at that bot side of the map. If Boom Esports get this team fight, they can get a push.
Beautiful. I like the restraint. Boom Esports, this is exactly what they need.
Just right up their alley. Right up the alley here. Yulong trying to get the clash in onto 2 with the Storm Mace. Onto that. That is going to be Daron being taken down. Carl may be next, but it's going to be Tatsuri putting the pressure on, forcing the flash from Saber. Keeps him alive. That's a 1. Is their force field suppression being used once again just to make sure he's checked there, but it's going to be the Tyrant going up to the side of APG. But it's around the 15-minute mark. It's starting to lose its significance here, but it's going to be the double knock-up here onto Siang here. But Carl doing the work, trying to get the takedown onto Siang. The front line of the side of APG has been taken down, but it's going to be Midgie getting taken down as well. Into the back line. JD gets taken down. Gets his ult up onto Carl. Can Yulong make sense of this? Tatsuri down. Carl down. Midgie down. Just Danny left.
Yep, it's going to be a 3-for-2 Yulong trade. Azure Golem will expire soon.
Oh, they lose the T3. They got the Azure Golem, but I think that's a better trade there. That's not going to come back, whereas the Azure Golem for the side of Yulong could, but this team fight could be the end for the side of Boom Esports, but Carl goes down. Yulong into the back line here. We have the passive onto Shishan. He's still alive, and Carl Tatsuri down.
Well, the hope is still alive for the side of Boom.
But hey, APG in this game number 2 hasn't looked as clean as they was in game number 1.
Oh,
a bit longer into these team fights because Lord only knows. Boom Esports is going to need it, and Boom Carl needs it even more. The takedown of the front line. The scalability of APG is now online. Tatsuri as well. Getting the takedown of the Shisha before he falls down. It's down to Danny. It's down to Draw. Can they get a little bit more? APG, game number 2.
Yeah, that was super close. Boom, they almost did it, but APG, they come back with a force, and this was a big swing.
A huge
Unity, which means Danny gets Uber.
unless he times it correctly there, but there's a double knock up there with the contussions, with the Muro domain by the side of Boom Esports. Carl is popping up, but can APG bring this one back? Siang into the back line, gets a kill onto Tatsuri.
Not a good sign for the side of Boom. Tatsuri, that was a beautiful setup, but to give this
already getting the first blood onto the side of APG Saber, but now it's going to be a dive into the back line here with the Liempo. Gets a knock up onto Shishan, but Shishan has that winning strategy. It connects as well, and into the back line is going to be Yulong. He gets the takedown onto Tatsuri. Can they get some more? Carl been drove to the Crimson Golem here, and now they're looking for a bit of a comeback. Boom gets Shishan. It's the deadly refraction that's going to save Boom Esports.
Carl, the hero of Boom Esports at this point, and APG, yes, they did
Get some
have
love onto the gorge between these two teams, right? They definitely need to kind of work on themselves, but now Yulong is getting that first Tyrant. That extra bit of damage for the side of APG is going to be for the rest of the game. And I mean, we're around about that 6-minute mark now, but a big dive in onto the side of APG. But it's going to be the troop march from Siak is going to keep him alive, but it's still going to be Midgie here with the pro play. Getting the takedown.
Information across the gorge right now. Hang on, Susan.
Yeah, a bit of information there. He's going to be obviously taking down and chunking down those health bars, but Siang's looking for a little bit of revenge here onto Midgie. Into the back line is going to be Yulong, looking to put that pressure on, and Draw falls down. That is the front line of Boom saying bye-bye.
Yep, and they will chase in Yulong. He does have the potential to go for more. In fact, now
you are a sword, but you are trying to clash. They get the Tyrant onto the side of APG. They go for some more, but Carl is able to steal it away. But is that extra damage going to be enough to get the takedown here onto Boom Esports? Carl falls once again for Saber, but now into the back line, even the fastest comes through. But Danny, can he reformulate? Take down Yulong, gets Shishan, the damage comes through, but now Danny falls, and Midgie too. It's down to Tatsuri with a bit of a sponge, with a bit of a sandwich. Boom on the run, Tatsuri has the flash and dies anyway.
Oh, that's a huge commitment by the side of Boom, but they might have just saved the game here. It is going to be 2 seconds.
Find the wall. He can't find the Troop Mantra, but Yulong has found access onto Tatsuri. They're looking for a little bit more. They are dealing the damage. Shishan gets a kill onto Carl. They haven't dropped it. They are dropping the ball a little bit here onto the side of APG.
All right, Danny, he needs to go on. He needs to get the kill. Miggy's not going to be alive.
Yes,
Yulong coming in.
Down. Yes, at the same time, even the Master's being drawn out here. Can they get the T2 as a little bit of a Brucey bonus? But Tatsuri looking for the Prince, looking for the fall, looking for the takedown of the JD. He does not get it, but Danny does. Can he keep the hopes of Boom alive? A triple kill for Yulong.
It's the same situation once again. Everything falls on the car. APG,
they're on the train tracks of the destination of Boom's Crystal. That T3 taken into the mid lane. I'm all good. And now we're looking for another one.
Yulong pushing them away. APG, victory is in sight. This is
placed down into the mid lane. It's looking very scary for Boom.
Yep, this is 4 minutes that will feel like eternity.
Oh, and speaking of eternity, he has been sent to the grave. JD goes down, but can they get so much more onto the side of APG? The crucial block comes through, saving his friend, but Tatsuri falls, and Saber falls onto the side of APG. Carl is going down. Danny is really going to be the pack in the punch behind these team fights. Can they wipe out the Vanguards is another story.
Yep, the defense is strong though. Boom Esports, they can do it, but they have to be clean.
They have to be very clean here. Again, Yulong not looking too hot, but he has the blood rage. Danny is still alive with the Crystal. Tatsuri! What is going on? It's going to be the burst run from Draw, but the Vanguard's coming through. Can they take down Yulong before the Vanguard take there the crystal? The answer is no. APG are your first knockout team.
They have done it, APG. What a series here, and it was down to the wire. Boom, so close, but almost never counts.
Boy, it almost never comes.
This is what we start. We always